we got people that's handing out half pints of whiskey for votes.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. If I don't have an agenda and I'm going to give you a half pint of liquor for your vote, that's all you get. You don't get no more than that. I mean, because that's all you work in my mind.
That's
because why am I just giving you that? If I had an agenda, Miss Sumner, I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to better your community. I'm going to make it better for you and your. But see, what I'm going to do, I don't care nothing about that. You take this liquor, go in there and vote for me, and go on by your business.
Listen live to WTRA-FM, The Change 92.7. People helping people, Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Yeah. Right after this porch right here. After this porch right here, you can cut and we'll be ready. Right there, yeah, right after this porch, then we cut it. Matter of fact, you can cut it in. Right, then. All right, Marshall County Watch, watching out for you. I'm the host, Vernon Briggs,
and I am Lynn Sumler, his co-host.
And we're back again, and glad to have WKRA to have us back. We got a lot to unpack because we went to the supervisor meeting, and it was a fiery meeting now. Little controversy, people picking sides. I was there, we were there, and it wasn't really a side to pick because we're a news organization, and the news is the news. We had, let's do this first. We were there at the meeting, and Johnny Walker, he came up and shook my hand and spoke with Lynn, and he said, he didn't say he was going to be on our show, but he said he might be on our show. So but then Neil Bennett said he would definitely come on our show and let you guys know what they're doing, what they're planning on doing, and for you. And that's what this whole thing is about, for them to come on and let us know what they're doing with our tax dollars. And we got a lot of other stuff going on, but then with the controversy part, the tax assessor came in, and she wanted to get overtime for herself and one of her employees. And the board informed her that her employee could get overtime, but she couldn't. And that's where it got heated, because then John Walker said, hey, you can't get no overtime because elected official can't get overtime. And then it went into, well, if I ain't going to get paid, y'all ain't going to pay me, then I'm not going to work. I'm going to do my 40 hours and go home. And he said, no, lady, you work until the job is done. Are you refusing to work? Well, no, I'm not refusing to work. Well, if you saying you're going to do your 40 hours and go home, and then our taxes got to be done by Monday. And if they don't work overtime, then our taxes won't be done by Monday. So what we have here, we have the duties of the tax assessor. What we got on that, Lynn?
Well, the duties are of the tax assessor. They are required to work 80 hours, usually from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
You mean 8 hours?
8 hours.
Yeah, you said 80. I was like, wait, but she could be working up butter.
From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay.
But on peak seasons, they're required to do the job as long as it takes to get the job done.
I mean, am I gonna get any extra money for that?
Well, no, because you are an elected official.
And they can't get any overtime in.
No overtime. Maybe they could give them comp time or something, but no overtime. That is the law.
So what are you saying then is Johnny Walker was correct?
He was correct.
Now, the one thing I can say, and everybody that know me and been following Marshall County Watch know that I ain't never agreed with nothing Johnny Walker done said or done ever.
But he was correct.
But I agree with this. Now, in the politically correct world that we're in, he could have said it better.
Yeah, it could have been softer. But yeah. We're not always soft.
Yeah, he could have said it better. Turn what? The mic this way? The Lynn ain't picking up? Okay. I mean, he could have said it better. I mean, excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry, but you can't get overtime, because you're an elected official. But then it goes to this, though. If you're Lynn, you the tax assessor, how do you not know that?
Well, my whole thing is with these supervisors meeting, there should be some type of meeting decorum,
right,
for each one of them to speak. They could have spoke better to each other.
Okay, I agree with that.
A little hostility toward from each one.
Okay,
and I know that there's some type of meeting decorum that they should have followed.
Right.
But he was right.
I mean, I agree with you. He was right on what he said. He could have said it a lot better. Yeah. But now we got to bag up here because Red Glover was in there. Red Glover is the supervisor of District 1. All right. He's in there advocating for this money. I mean, but if you're a supervisor, how do you not know that she can't get this money? Well, and his thing is, well, I think because if she do the work, she should be compensated for it. And this right here, this paper right here says she is compensated for it. Yes. Her regular pay is her compensation. You got to work, like Johnny Walker said, you got to work till the job is done. But that goes back to what I say. How are these people qualified for these jobs? Because Red Glover was appointed as supervisor of District 1. Oh. But you in there advocating for something you don't even know what you're talking about. Right. Because you should know as a supervisor that she couldn't get this money, and you kind of gaslighting or fanning the flames if you keep on saying you think she should. Dude, this is not about you thinking. You should know this. You the supervisor. Well, they're paying you to know. We are paying him to know. Yes. We are paying him to know. Yes. And if you in there, I mean, this is my thing. You got 4 supervisors saying that she can't get it. Yeah. You got the county attorney saying it. You got the county clerk saying it. So you got 6 other people that are saying, ma'am, you can't get this. But you got this one supervisor, well, I think she should. But we're not paying you to think. No. We're paying you to know. And the supervisor has to be on the same page. On the same page. They're working in tandem. They're working together. So it has to be the same rules and regulations. And then it's the law. I mean, dude, you there, you the supervisor, you're supposed to know this. You're supposed to know. You're supposed to know. And that's all I'm saying with that. I mean, it was a black eye on the board. I mean, because it should have never went to that. And another supervisor shouldn't be agreeing to it when it can't be done. When it's obviously clear what the rules and regulations are. And as far as me, a visitor sitting there, my first supervisor's meeting, the lack of respect between the two of them was uncomfortable. I like to see adults. Well, it kind of, I mean, if you were on the outside looking in, you thought it might have been a brawl in a minute. Yeah, I'm looking for that. But then I wanted did you see this? Because a lot of people been talking about it. Red Glover brought up some issue. The guy had the books out and everything. And Red Glover said, well, I'm looking at on page 26. And then he brought up some kind of arbitrary question. And the board started snickering. And the people in the audience started snickering. And I'm sitting there like, what is this guy talking about? Well, I didn't read it. I kind of just glanced over it and everything. And I just want to know what's talking about, what's going on page 26. Then the guy explains it. And it was obvious to me and everybody else on the board that if you would have read it, you would know what he's talking about. Then he goes into, oh, yeah, I totally agree. That's a good. Bring it up. Why bring it up? I mean, it's bad when you're on the board and then your fellow board members and people in the audience are laughing at you. Yeah. That's terrible. Let me ask a question. On my ride here today, as I got lost in the city, I saw a lot of election signs. Oh, yeah. Like I said, my grandmother says, hey, it ain't no little lie, it ain't no white lie, it's just a lie. So wasn't he appointed? If you're appointed, how am I going to reelect you? Okay. So, I mean, that means you lying about something that's as simple as that. So if you lying about that, what else are you lying? Why were you appointed in this position anyway? Maybe we'll just call it a misprint. We can call it that. I mean, we can put lipstick on a pig, I guess. I mean, it's still gonna be a pig, but hey, we look pretty, a pretty lie. I mean, but then the other thing is, this is not the first time that he said something like that. He said, like I said, the bathroom incident. You know,
Right.
Johnny Walker gets up and says, "Well, I think I'm gonna go to." I second that. Johnny Walker said, "What are you talking about, Red? I'm going to the bathroom. How you gonna second this man going to the bathroom? That is ridiculous." I mean, and people are laughing again. And then there's an incident not too long ago where this lady don't need it. She is another in some department. She wants a new vehicle, county vehicle. Vehicle's about 3 years old, and Red brings up this issue, and he says, "Well, yeah, she need another vehicle. You know, she's been having a lot of problems with it and everything." And the board president says, "Well, what kind of problems is it having?" "Well, it stay in the shop all the time. It's always breaking down." "Well, what's in the shop for now?" "Well, I don't know. Mario can answer that better than me." "Well, Mario, what's wrong with the vehicle?" "Oh, it needs an alternator." So we gonna buy a $80,000 vehicle that's 3 years old. My vehicle's older. I wish I had a 3-year-old vehicle. My vehicle older than 3 years old.
Exactly.
But we gonna buy this lady a $80,000 vehicle that's got an $80 problem. Now, with that being said, what we gonna do when it need gas in it? We gonna buy another one because it need gas?
Go get another vehicle.
I mean, 80,000. It needs an alternator. I mean, these are the kind of ridiculous thing, and then people in there snickering again. You know, his other people on the board are snickering again. And somebody brought this up, and I really hate to bring it back up, but I promise y'all, I said that I would find out who this person was, but that was on them drugs and got a pass. I hate to bring it up, but I promise y'all, and we're a news organization, and this is the same person that was on the drugs. He failed a drug test. He didn't get fired, didn't get reprimanded, and the protocol is if you don't get fired, you're supposed to get reprimanded. Go to rehab. Yeah, go to rehab and supposed to get random drug tests up to 60 months. He got none of that.
Those are the county rules.
He didn't get anything. Only thing he got was appointed to a higher position. Like I said, the person was Red Glover. I mean, like I said, I didn't know who it was, but I told y'all I was gonna find out, and I found out it's Red Glover. So my thing is, with all these ridiculous outbursts on the board meetings, is he hired in? He ain't had no drug test. Because if you want a new car because it need alternator, you got to be high on something.
You're not thinking properly.
That's what it is. But ain't that what drugs do to you, though?
Do alter your mind.
Because you want a new vehicle, and then they think you supposed to, as a elected official, you supposed to have physical responsibility. That means that you ain't out wasting our tax dollars on an $80,000 truck because this truck needs alternator.
True.
What you know what they can do in Holly Springs with $80,000 besides buying a doggone truck that's not needed?
Pay some of these people utility bills from what I hear.
Something. I mean, but then why are we like I said, not even campaigning to the point to where not even talking about that?
Yeah.
Not even talking about your utility bill at all. Not don't have no agenda, not talking about anything, but you come in these meetings and saying off the wall stuff. And my thing is, it make you as a person look bad when you saying stuff like that. Because like I said, I'm not the only one saying it. Because when your coworkers are laughing at you inside the meeting when you saying this kind of stuff, do you really know what you do? I mean, what your qualifications are? Because nobody check no qualification. They just put you in this job.
That's what people should be asking. How is he qualified? How is he vetted? How was he even appointed?
But check this out. The mayor knew about it. because the mayor, Charles Terry, was the board's president at the time. So we need to ask Mayor Terry. Hey, Mayor Terry, how do you appoint this guy in this position? And you know he was on drugs. How did you appoint him? Why did you appoint him? You the mayor. You appointed him in your old position, and you knew at the time he was on drugs. You didn't send him to rehab. You didn't give him no follow-up drug test.
And
why did you do that?
Are we sure that there was no reprimand?
None on record. So what'd you do? You put him in the closet and spanked him, or what did you do? Because there ain't nothing on record that you did. The only thing you showed that you did was appoint him in your old position. But I mean, the mayor, why did you do that? And why we don't know about it? Why is Marshall County Watch finding out about it? Why the board supervisor / mayor didn't tell everybody about it? Why did you do it, mayor? And then now we out now voting for this guy, and we didn't even know that he was addicted to drugs. I mean, does that make him is even qualified to be in that position, period? Let alone run again for it.
Was this 2 or 3 years ago, or was this recently? Or?
See, now you done put him on the spot. Now I got to go check again. But I will. I'll go check again and see how long ago was it. But if my understanding was, it might have been maybe 18 months, maybe 2 years. But the big thing is absolutely nothing happened about it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Absolutely nothing happened other than you got rewarded by your predecessor, you know.
You got rewarded for bad behavior.
Yeah, like I said on a couple shows before, I can't go to McDonald's and go in the bathroom and smoke crack and come back out and then I'm the mayor. Or I'm the president, or I'm the supervisor, or whatever. General manager, anything. But I mean, this happened, and we don't know about it. And now we out here voting and stuff. And then talking about voting, this show is about public awareness, and we need to be aware of that we voting for somebody that probably ain't even qualified to be in the job because of that. And then two, we got people that's handing out half pints of whiskey for votes.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. If I don't have an agenda and I'm going to give you a half pint of liquor for your vote, that's all you get. You don't get no more than that. I mean, because that's all you work in my mind. That's because why am I just giving you that?
Yeah.
If I had an agenda, Miss Sumner, I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to better your community. I'm going to make it better for you and your kids and all.
Then you deserve my vote.
But see, what I'm going to do, I don't care nothing about that. You take this liquor and go in there and vote for me and go on by your business. You know, take this 50. Go in there and vote for me, take this 50, and that's all you get. You ain't worth no more. You and your family ain't worth no more than that.
Never see me again.
I'll be back in 4 years to give you another 50 so you can do whatever, buy you some groceries, or you got a habit, go and do that. But that's all you're going to get. Because my thing is, we got to get past the fish and beer and whiskey and all that for our vote.
Get to issues.
We got to stop setting up.
That make our lives better, make our property better. You know, living conditions. Those are the things that are important. You can buy your own half pint of liquor.
But that's why Holly Springs is not the Holly Springs of old.
Oh, no.
Because it's been sold for a bottle of a Canadian Mist, or Canadian Glow, whatever people drinking. Not even a fifth. We're going to give you a half pint. Yeah, I mean, and then now we don't have a hospital. Now we don't have shopping. Now we don't have 3 grocery stores. All the amenities that Holly Springs used to have, like you said on the last show, that's what we used to come to town, as they called it. I mean, you had to be here early on a Saturday because everybody was sitting up on the square that's packed. Yeah. And now all that's gone because we've been sold for bottles of liquor, a 50. I guess back then it was a 20. So now it's a 50. And then it's reports of people at the doggone courthouse harassing people who to go in there and vote for.
Right.
You know, I encourage people to go out and vote for whoever you want to vote for. But you need to know who you're voting for, what they're about, and everything else. Because if a joker offering you a $50 bill or half a pint of liquor or whatever, what do they think of you?
You need to be leery of them too.
And then these are false, what they call themselves now, these people that's getting paid. Oh, I'm they not community leader, I'm a pillar of the community. I ain't never seen no pillar of no community handing out half pints and doggone 50s.
Hand out some advice and
something that's gonna help us. Yeah. Come and tell me what this guy gonna do for me. It's okay. I'll take the half pint. I'll take the 50.
But give me some.
But now, what else you gonna give me? Well, what else you want? I want some in my community.
Give me some knowledge.
I want a medical center. How about that?
Yeah.
I want a medical center. I want some recreation. I want another grocery store.
Technical.
So my kids can get a job when they get out of school.
Exactly.
You know, we want some recreation. We want some shopping. We want some retail. But well, I just gave you that 50 though, Lynn. I mean, what else do you want? Yeah, take this and go on.
Well, Vernon, we probably have people chatting, but we never give out the phone number. So I want you to give that phone number so they can call you.
Oh, shucks. Wait a minute. I did it again. I'm sorry. Coach, what's our call-in number? Let everybody know what it is.
Okay, you want this one over here?
Yeah, go ahead.
293-9949.
Give it again. One more time.
293-9949.
All right, and y'all call in and talk to us about what's going on. That was my main thing to come in, but the topic was so hot I had to get it out there, and I forgot to get it, and gotta get.
While we're doing this, I would just like to inform everybody of Marshall County Watch. Marshall County Watch is a small, privately owned podcast created and operated by Vernon Briggs, with co-host myself, Lynn Sombar. We are dedicated to bringing you the latest happenings, updates, and issues affecting Marshall County. We welcome your comments, your constructive criticism, and of course your compliments if you feel that we've earned them. Thank you for tuning in and giving us your support. That's all I have to say.
All right, we're gonna be coming up. We got about. Oh, we got a guest. Oh, okay. We got a guest then. Come on in.
The judge.
Oh, she just got out of church. Hey, how you doing, man?
How are you? I'm Barbara Belfort.
Oh, Barbara Belfort. This is my co-host, Lynn Sumner.
Hi, Miss Lynn Sumner. I am the Marshall County Tax Assessor.
Oh, well, here we go. All right. Look, we were just talking about the situation. Oh, that's why you came on over?
Somebody said y'all calling for me to come out here. I'm
Look,
out here to clear it up.
clear it up for us then.
There you go. They already talked. There you go.
That's what we want.
That's what we want.
Silence is agreeing to everything. So you came to make your point clear. So make your point clear.
Okay, so what are we talking about first? Bring me up today.
Well, first we were just talking about what happened in the supervisors meeting, and a lot of people have been coming to us saying
Now, you're right there, yeah.
It was an outburst, and we was trying to explain to them that it was heated, and it was a heated outburst. But you got to hear both sides of the story.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just one person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So good afternoon. My name is Barbara Belfort. I am the elected official Marshall County Tax Assessor. And in reference to Monday's meeting, it was an outburst by Board Supervisor Johnny Walker.
Okay.
So I came to the board because we are working on a project related to tax bills. And if you've heard, it's been in the paper, we've talked about it before, that we had a significant number of taxpayers, particularly newly constructed homes in the northwest corner of Marshall County, that were not assessed their taxes properly. Specifically, their houses were not included on their tax bill. So they had been paying either 1 or 2 years of taxes that was just for land only. Mm-hmm. So we were informed about that per the state of Mississippi. And then in me coming into the office January 1st, 2024, I had to do a full review of all of the files, the records, to understand what had happened. So it was determined that we had a significant number of taxpayers who had not paid their tax bill appropriately based on what they were assessed, which meaning they did not include the house. We're talking about houses that's anywhere from $200 to $800, $900,000 homes.
And they're not paying anything.
They were paying the land
Only.
Oh wow.
only.
Yeah, we missed out on
So,
a lot of money right there.
We missed out, but the state of Mississippi Department of Revenue says that we can go back and collect that money.
How far does that go back, though?
We're just going back 2 years.
So if they did 5, they're only going to pay the 2.
Well, most of the houses were in 2 years.
Oh,
We
within
did a
that.
full
Okay, within
research.
that. Okay.
We did it within that time period. So this has been going on for a whole year or so. And taxpayers have been calling, want to know when we're going to get the bills to them. But it has been a process.
Now, was that before you came in or after you came in, during?
The issue was prior to me.
Prior to
taking
you,
the
okay.
office. But I was, it was addressed as soon as I got into the
Gotcha,
office.
gotcha.
Right. So it has taken us this long to just fine tune, do a full complete file search of our computer and our permits from the zoning office of what we actually had. And so now that we have that information and we're ready to move forward with it, I went to the board to let the board know that it takes an enormous amount of time to do. It's not something that we can just push a button. What we wanted to do also is to have the escape tax people we wanted to get those bills generated. And
now, was that the lady that was with you? Is she part of that escape thing or no?
She's my assistant.
That's it. Okay.
So we wanted to get those bills generated and out to them before they receive their new 2025 bills that are due in January. So we set a self-imposed deadline to get it done. But by the amount of work that it requires to get them done, I went to the board on Monday to ask, we're not going to be able to get this done and be finished within the next 4 or 5 days.
Gotcha.
Right. So I did ask for it. Are they willing to? Because prior to, it was stated at a previous meeting that they were willing to get us some extra help if we needed it.
Yeah, I was at that meeting. I
Okay.
remember that.
So I went back.
The way you came in, I thought that you probably was coming in asking for something that you had been told that was okay.
Well, before as what they were saying is that if I needed some additional help, they would get us some. But we were able to do it, but it's going to take us outside of the normal 8 to 5 time to do it. So I asked if they would approve for us to get some overtime, just me and one other deputy tax assessor in the office. So they said no, that an elected official could not get overtime. Now let me explain to you why I asked that.
Hold on, Ms. Belfort. We got a commercial coming in, and then right after that, just hold on. We'll get right back to you.
Okay.
All right, we got a commercial coming in, but before that, I want to shout out to my sponsors, John Selden at Selden Construction and Septic. Give them a call at 901-238-8295. What's more? And Lewis Scott, if you got a problem with your drain, call the main. Lewis Scott at 901-258. And now we're out to commercial.
Veteran Services, Serenity Funeral Homes, here to serve you.
All right, back to you, Ms. Belfort. And
okay. So anyways, going back to the statement that I made about asking for the overtime for us, because I heard that was a concern here that maybe as an elected official, I should have known that. Well, in my role prior to becoming the tax assessor, I worked for the federal government in the role of management, salaried employee, and what people say and what the law says, an exempt employee who does not get overtime. Well, when I worked there over 30-something years, there were times when, although the federal government didn't allow overtime for managers, supervisors, or exempt employees, when we were facing a crisis, when the banks failed, when we had to put in extra time, when this is outside the normal course of business, we have the Board of Governors for the federal government has said they would allow us to receive overtime, right? In special situations. I considered this to be a special and unique situation.
Well, it is
I'm
because
not asking for overtime on a daily routine. I'm talking about we're trying to meet a deadline that we impose upon ourselves to get these tax bills out before they receive their other
And
tax
they
bill.
won't offer you comp time.
I
or
think they
anything.
said comp time, but with an elected official, elected officials do not receive leave, no sick leave or no
So
days
comp time
off
don't
or
mean
anything. So
anything.
comp
Yeah.
time does not mean anything.
Okay.
So once it was said in the meeting, they said as an elected official that you cannot receive overtime. Now I asked because I was accustomed to receiving it
You had
as a
knowledge
federal
of-
government that you
forget
can,
it.
if the board wanted to approve it, they could. That was then. That's
Mhm.
not Mississippi government. That's not county government. But you don't know until you ask,
Yeah.
right? So when it was said no as an elected official that you cannot receive it, then I asked, well, okay, what about the deputy tax assessor that was there with me?
Right,
Can
right,
she receive it? Because she was going to be the one to help
Right.
the changes to the tax. And so it was voted upon that she could
She
receive
could
it.
receive it.
And so the heated discussion came, of course, by Johnny Walker, that part. And so yes, it was a raised voices, but I took the high road. So I stood back and I said, well, both of us can't talk.
Right.
And if you said you were there, you heard
Right,
me
I
say,
was there.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
step
were
back
there.
and I'll let you talk.
Yeah.
Right? Because both of us shouting back and forth is not gonna prove anything.
And not
What I
You're
want
right.
to know is, and what I came to know is, and I said what I had to say, and then I left because I had to get back to continue to work on these taxes because, hey, my
Right.
assistant was going to be there to present other things to the board. But for me, the comments that were made as you don't want you're refusing to work. I didn't refuse to work. What I did say and what I meant to say, and I still continue to say that this is a lot of work for us to try to do in our normal course of business. And I am not required. And I know we may have our own opinions about what you should or should not do as an elected official. That's your personal opinions. But what the law says is that an elected official is not required to work over their 40 hours. Matter of fact, as soon as I left the meeting, I went straight to my office and I contacted the Department of Revenue to determine if what was told to me, because I was told by the supervisor that if it takes 20, 30, 40, 50 hours over as an elected official, then you're required to do that. I am not required to do that. So not by law.
That's
not true.
A disconnect because when you print out, it says on peak times you are. So it's a disconnect somewhere.
That says peak time. Now, I don't know about what peak time is, but for the tax assessor's office, we don't have a peak time. So that may apply to someone.
See, that's what people probably are looking at. And that's confusing. I mean,
Maybe.
you're saying it one way and you're calling getting clarity, but the internet, the World Wide Web, that's what we all go by. And that's what, oh no, she has to do this.
Right.
Because they're printing it off and they're reading it.
Right. I understand that.
Yeah.
Well, just for my listening audience, the tax assessor's office, we don't have what is considered to be peak time. So I know we refer to the internet for guidance. That is a source, but it's not the only source.
Of course.
So if you don't have a definition of who this is referring to and what it's referring to, it is just a general statement. So I specifically, before I do anything in that office, before I make any decisions, I refer to the Department of Revenue, who is over state of Mississippi, the regulations, guidelines, or whatever. There's an attorney general. Of course, we can call and get a statement, but I was informed that we are not required to work overtime.
Now,
It's not a requirement here.
Now, in your office, you like the head honcho there? There's nobody that you work for. It's you and then down.
Absolutely.
Okay, because now they've been telling me that you've been doing a heck of a job, that you kind of inherited a mess that you're straightening out. And I only heard good things about you for us doing the taxes and assessing everything. But there was a situation, I guess, before you, where when you left, they were talking about dwellings that were assessed that didn't even have a house there. And these people were paying tax because the trailer was pulled, the house was burned down, and stuff like that. Or the house got blown away in a storm, but these people were still paying for it and the house wasn't there.
Absolutely.
Do you run into a lot of that when you're going through?
I do. We do. We have uncovered and found a lot of situations where, like you say, the mobile home should have been removed and wasn't.
No, this was the house is gone, but they still paying as it was there.
But I mean, I say wasn't, but then
I got
right,
you.
it
I
was
got you.
supposed to be removed from the tax roll.
Oh, okay, I
and
got
it was not. So we encounter a lot of different situations that we've been trying to clean up.
you. Yeah, they said you've been
And
working.
it does take more than 40 hours a week. And in 2024, my first year, last year, I did put a lot of time in because it does require you. I mean,
Right.
I just can't walk out the door at 5 o'clock. You know, especially during the summer when it's getting dark at 8 o'clock, I would be there to 7, 8 o'clock because one, I'm learning. You walk into the situation, you have no training. You have to call other places and try to get. You have to make up your own standard operating procedures, which I've done, so that whoever comes behind me, it will be all
It won't have
provided
what
for
you
you, step by step. In every scenario that I encounter, I write procedures for them.
But we're glad you came on to clear everything up because pretty much nobody else does that.
No one.
Well, I am dedicated
As we
to
see.
doing the right thing for Marshall County taxpayers. When I took the office, I didn't know what I was walking into. And I'm not putting blame on anybody. All I'm saying is that what I thought I was walking into, I wasn't. I wasn't. It was a whole nother ball game. And so what I've done, I've tried to be fair in everything that I do. And I try to do everything according to the Mississippi annotated codes. And if I don't know, I call the state of Mississippi Department of Revenue. I do that.
Now that's a good deal right there because we got people that they just do. And we try to get them to come on the show and let the people know what they're doing because that softens everything. Because when people know what you're doing, what you're trying to do, what's going on, but when they got to assume what's going on.
Absolutely.
And people love to take a little bit and blow it up.
Absolutely.
Because that's why we're talking about this. We're like, wait a minute, no, now that's let's get it straight.
Mm-hmm.
There was two sides to the story. So, and you came and you explained yours.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Walker, if you're listening, come on down.
Oh, well, he said he might. He said he might. He didn't say no, but he said he might. So we got to take that with a grain of salt, I guess.
Well, Ms. Belfer, like Vernon just said, we appreciate you coming here.
And you are welcome anytime. Anytime we're on, you are welcome. I mean, all these other people are welcome too. Yeah. We got Red Glover, Terry Rogers, Mark Turner, and Benita Fountain, Johnny Walker, Neil Bennett, Mayor Terry, the sheriff, Kenny Dixon, Mr. Zen. I mean, everybody. I mean, because people, what they do, they hear from elected officials when they want their vote.
Absolutely.
And then they disappear for however long, 4 years or whatever. Then they come back and ask for it then. But what are you doing for me? What have you done for me? What are you going to try to do for me? That's what people want to know. And that's what we want to report about.
Well, and people listening to this, if they don't get their taxes when they're expecting them.
Oh, well, speaking of that,
we're going to get
winner.
We are going to get your tax bills to you. Now, I am just a tax assessor, not the collector. The tax collector handles the producing of the bills, but we work together.
Okay.
We have a partnership here together as the assessor and the collector, right?
Is there an expectation though?
So we actually do, we contract that part of it out to a company. We do have an expectation that hopefully they will be out no later by the end of next week, 1st of December. So they will be coming soon.
Okay, that's an expectation. Now, don't be calling me talking about, hey, she said they were going to be out next week and I ain't got mine. She said that's an expectation. Now we need to like people on here too. Y'all need to come and tell us what's up.
Yeah. And since we are talking about those taxes that were escaped, the people need to know that you will be receiving 2 bills.
Now they know. Look, she already done told you why you're getting 2. Tell them again. So
and we've already put this in the paper last year about those taxpayers who escaped taxes. Now, I do want to clear this up. It was not the taxpayers' fault. They received the bill and they paid the bill they received.
Gotcha. It wasn't enough, but they did pay what they had.
They paid what they received.
Right.
It wasn't correct. Yeah. Absolutely. So We did put an ad in the newspaper notifying them. Some of them formed some groups and came to the board about it. But it is, and it still remains, that those individuals did not receive a tax bill that included their home.
I mean, if you owe the bill, you owe the bill. I mean,
So we are getting all,
Yeah.
we've gotten all that together. We've gotten it ready to be sent out. And it
but
will
Miss
be going
Beverly,
out.
if I got two bills, right?
Mhm.
And you, like you said, the other bill wasn't my fault. Do y'all have some kind of payment plan that I can make
Absolutely.
arrangements or
I'm
something?
glad you asked that. So yes, what we are doing, we're offering a couple of things. The first of all, what triggered this with the State Department of Revenue is that about 100 something or more individuals had applied for homestead exemption. And you can't get homestead exemption until you have a house in our roll. So with
Okay.
them not having a house in the roll, those got rejected. And when you get homestead exemption, the first thing you get is you get your tax bill times 10%. It gives you whatever your assessed value is times 10%. If you don't have homestead, you get it times 15%. So one of the things that we're doing is giving those individuals that we're considering escape taxes, we're giving them the 10%. Now with homestead, they don't have homestead, but we're giving that 10% versus
Right,
that
right,
15%. With homestead, you also get some extra exemptions. So if you apply for regular homestead, you get an additional $300 off your bill. If you are disabled, you get $7,500 off your bill.
Wow.
And then if you DAV, you don't get any thing off it. You get no taxes. I'm sorry. Let me say that right. If you DAV 100% DAV, then you receive total exemption. So you get something additional. So we are, first of all, everybody, we're creating the escape bills for are receiving the 10% rate. That's the first thing, which they would have received if they had applied for homestead. The next thing is that we will accept payments, and that the first payment we are considering is the payment that they've paid already for their land.
Okay, gotcha.
So we do understand that, and they will receive a letter along with their bill explaining to them how it came about. And if they need to ask any questions or have any concerns, they definitely can call our office, and that number is provided to them as well. And if they want to set up a payment plan, they can.
Now, will they talk to you or do they talk to somebody?
They would talk to they would talk to someone in the tax collector's office.
Texas. Okay. So there we have it. I mean, she's in here letting us know about the taxes, when they're going to possibly be out and what you can do. And you're going to get two bills, but it got arrangements you can make to pay your bills.
And there's a reason for it. And the thing is, unfortunately, everybody depends on the internet and they're not reading the paper. But
Absolutely.
They need to read the paper. But as far as us, we can put it out as much as we can.
Yeah, whatever you give us, we'll do it.
We also need to look at other ways of getting information out.
Yeah.
And it's just not the newspaper, because you said a key thing. Everybody does not read the newspaper.
Right.
So we do have to come on the radio. We do have to go to social media. We have to put it on our webpage. We have to put it in different places. Now, that's not going to say that it's going to be 100% that everybody's going to see.
Nothing's going to be 100%.
Nothing's 100%, but we can do. The State Department tells us to do our due diligence to let your taxpayers know. And so, yes. So I do agree.
You're welcome on our show. You want to send a representative, they're welcome to update the people. And like I said, it's not their fault, but it's not your fault either.
But I want those who are listening to not misunderstand what we're saying. Let's be clear. Everybody will not receive two bills. Let's be clear on that. Because you'll get some people next week saying, well, we're going to get two bills. Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. I am saying that if you were in the group, which they should know who they are. Already.
I was getting ready to say that they already know who they are.
They already know
that
they did not have their house on their bill. Then those are the ones who will receive the two bills. So let's be clear. I want everybody to be clear on that.
Yeah, that's Marshall County Watch watching out for you. See, we got the tax collector in here telling you what's going on.
Yeah, you didn't hear it. It wasn't no they say.
Yeah, we didn't say it. Hey, you got it from Miss Beverly herself, and she said she'll come back anytime to clear it up, and y'all need something to clear it up. So we're good to go here.
Well, I thank everybody in Radio Land who voted for me as the Marshall County Tax Assessor. And I want you to know that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do to make sure that taxes are applied equitably
I
and
like
correct
that.
for all taxpayers. I represent everyone.
Now, when you back up for a re-election?
2 more
One
years.
time, 2 more years.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is my
okay.
second year.
But like I said, I only heard that you've been doing a heck of a job. I mean,
Well, thank you.
everybody I talked to, was telling me how hard you work and what you inherited, and you've been cleaning it up. And I mean, everybody ain't gonna be happy because hey, you got to pay your ticket.
Yeah.
But once it gets straight, I mean, we're gonna be good to go. Yeah.
Right.
And we happy with that job that Miss Beth was gonna be back in there again. Like I said, and she said she'll come back anytime. Look, we need to get that message out to the rest of these elected officials. Come in and tell the people what you're doing.
I want you all to know, if you have not been to the tax assessor's office, stop by.
Yeah.
We have totally redid the office. We didn't renovate, but we've got new ceilings in, and we rearranged furniture. I mean, it looks totally different.
Yeah,
So,
I ain't been in there since Miss Brown was there, and she's retired a while ago.
Yeah, so we have, it looks totally different. So stop by and see the cleanup that we've done.
Mm.
So we've got it structured. We have structure in place. We have Belen Manjarez.
Okay. Yeah.
So she also speaks Spanish. So I wanted to hire someone to make sure it was representative of our county, because we do
That's
have
gotta be
Hispanics
new, isn't it?
in our county, and when they come in to talk to us, we don't understand it, but
Right.
she's there to assist us.
Because I've been in there several times, and I don't ever remember a Spanish speaking person being in there. So that's new.
She started last year.
That's what I'm saying. It's not
with me. Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Mhm. So she's in the office. She handles our mobile homes, and she is Spanish speaking.
Now, look, that's what I'm
we
talking
have a large
about.
community of Spanish speaking
Now,
individuals.
that's really proactive right there.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're making strides, and we are proud of the success that we've made in this last year and a half, or year and 10 months, 11 months. So I enjoyed being here.
Hey,
I'm glad I did come.
I'm glad you came.
I'm glad I
Me
got to
too.
meet you.
Yes.
And I want you all to know, professionalism is what I am about. What I'm not about is being disrespected at any level by anybody.
Oh, it definitely went sideways, but hey, we it's straightened up now, so
Yeah.
we good.
So I try to
stand our ground.
I give respect, and that's at any place, board meeting, my office, wherever. I respect the taxpayers of Marshall County. I ask for the same respect.
All right, y'all heard it, Miss Bell for us. Say, hey, look, better watch
Thank
out.
you
You come to
again.
me.
Thank you again.
All
Thank you, Miss Belfort. We appreciate you coming by and clearing that up.
All right.
Miss Belfort ain't playing out there. Oh, yeah, no. Wait a minute, why we ain't getting no? The lady was here. Y'all didn't call in, and she must have did a good job, y'all. She didn't have to call in because she let y'all know everything. Y'all don't have to call in. And we only got a couple of questions today. And Miss Belfort and Lynn just stepped out, so now y'all just got me. And back to this voting thing. I mean, we got to be careful who we voting for and who we elected in these positions, because we electing certain people, and then they're not really representing us. And then Miss Belfort said, "Hey, I'm representing everybody, and I come on here anytime, talk to anybody," and that's what we trying to get. I mean, no matter what elected position you in, whether you the county clerk or whatever, you got something to put out. Every Saturday from noon to 1, we're here. We're here, Marshall County Watch, watching out for you, just like we just watched out for you then. We watching out for these people that handing out these bottles of whiskey and or receiving these bottles of whiskey and receiving this $50 bill. Look, is that really in your best interest? I'm not telling you not to take it. What I'm telling you is that don't mean you got to go in there and vote for somebody you don't need to be voting for. Somebody that's not for you, because think about it. Is that all you worth is a half pint of whiskey? Okay, what they got?
They said they just want to piggyback.
Hold on, Kojak. Go ahead.
They just wanted to piggyback on the caller. Just wanted to piggyback on what you all were saying a while ago. They said there was so much information Ms. Balfour just gave,
Mm-hmm.
and they would like to encourage the other officials to come out and that way straighten out some of these hearsays.
Exactly.
Come out and talk like Ms. Balfour just did.
You can't get no better than that. I mean, she came in and she laid it out, and then she just heard us talking on the radio about the incident. She heard us on the radio talking about the incident and beat feet right over here. Hey, look, I'm here to set the record straight, and that's what we need. And caller, look, we appreciate that call. We really appreciate that because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people like Ms. Balfour, like Mr. Zen, elected officials that are going to come out and set the record straight. Because like I said before, we already got, Neil Bennett has already said that he's going to be on and he's going to talk. He's out of District 5. We already had District 4 on here, Mrs. Zen. Johnny Walker, he didn't say he was going to be on, but he didn't say he wasn't. He said he don't know. He'll see. And but what these people don't know, even with Red Glover, come on here. This is a news organization. We don't have anything against anybody, but we will report the news. If you're doing something you ain't got no business, we're gonna report it. If you're doing something good in the neighborhood, like Ms. Balfour, we're gonna report that. But we rather for you to come on here and tell the people about it because what we like said we need to do, get away from begging for votes every 4 years and let these people know what you're doing. You ain't got to beg for votes if you come every so often to hear Marshall County Watch and let people know that, hey, this is what I'm doing for you. Hey, this is what I'm trying to do for you. This is what I already have done, but these are my plans. And people going to vote for you. You ain't got to give them a half a pound of liquor or a $50 bill or whatever you're trying to do or have some kind of turkey giveaway scheme and all that. If you got something to give to the people, I mean, something that they need, well, I'm trying to work on a medical center for you. I'm trying to work on a athletic center for the kids or something to go on with the kids. I'm trying to bring some more retail to Holly Springs, to District 1. I'm trying to get some grocery stores in here, something that people need. I'm trying to get these plants up here on the north end. They got all these jobs and everything. I'm trying to bring something in, some kind of training, so when these kids graduate, they can go get some of these jobs. And different things, because everybody ain't gonna go to college. So we need something like that. So wait a minute, what happened to where am I? Well, I'm still on the radio, but for some reason I done lost myself on my doggone podcast, but we still on here. But it's a lot of things that's going on that could be going on. But the problem is that our elected officials is not, what are they doing? I mean, like I said last week, they making on average, about $600 an hour for what they do. But the problem is, what are they doing? We can't see it. We can't feel it. You're not telling us what you're doing. So therefore, in our mind, you're not doing anything. So that's all we're looking for. Show us, tell us what you're doing. Let us know. We need to know before 4 years come by. But like I said, watch your vote. Keep your vote sacred. And like I said, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling you not to take anything from some politician that's trying to buy you. But what I am telling you, when you go in that booth, that's your vote, regardless of the fact. That's your vote. And if you don't want Holly Springs to keep going in decline, go in there and vote for somebody that's qualified, that you know that's qualified, that can do what they supposed to do. We can't have nobody going to these board meetings and then their colleagues are laughing at them because they making some kind of ridiculous statement every time you turn around. We can't have any of that. We can't have somebody that's going in there spending our money willy-nilly on stuff we don't need. I mean, because if your car need an alternator, you're not gonna go buy a new car for that. I mean, you're gonna buy an alternator. But then you got somebody in there and want to get a new truck because this one need an alternator. Like I said earlier, well, what you gonna do when it need gas? We're gonna have to buy her another car or him another car because they don't know how to put gas in it. I mean, or then coming to a board meeting trying to get your friend a job, and then, well, there ain't no job available. Well, create a job for them. No, we don't need to be creating a job because they're going to make $50-some thousand a year. They could do something else in the community. If your friend is looking for a job, we're going to post a job on a job board and they can go in there and apply for it. Because if I get my friend, my buddy a job over you, that's cutting you out. That's cutting your child out. That's cutting your future and your income. because we're going doing stuff through the back door. We need somebody that's gonna be straight up, do stuff by the book, how it's supposed to be done, because they supposed to be working for all of us. That's the thing. They supposed to be working for Marshall County as a whole. And then this thing, they're not doing that. They're not working for they working for themselves and their friends, and that ain't how you supposed to do that. And we got to get away from that. Like I said, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling you not to take something somebody giving you, because I mean people that want free stuff. But go in that booth by yourself. I know they over there harassing you at the courthouse and all this other stuff. Just let them know, look, I got it. I can go in there. I got it. And you go in there and vote your conscience. Don't vote for somebody they at the courthouse harassing you. Because like I said, think about it. You got to live with this for the next 2 years. Can you afford 2 years of stuff going sideways? Because a person can do a lot of damage in 2 years, especially if they don't know what they're doing. And that's all I'm telling you. Go in there, vote your conscience. Because like I said, you don't need no help voting. You know who you want to vote for. I mean, you might need help going to the polls. I mean, you might need help up the stairs into the courthouse. But you don't need nobody to hold your hand to vote. Get out and vote. Get off the couch. Go and vote. Because like I said, you got to be, and your family got to be, worth more than a half pint of liquor. Got to be worth more than that. You got to be worth more than $50. Got to be worth more than that. Because to me, that should be an insult. Somebody come up to me and say, man, look here, a half pint of whiskey, go in there and vote. That's an insult to me. Okay, give me the whiskey. Now what else you gonna do? What do you mean? Dude, what else you gonna do? Look at this community. Man, we need a whole lot of stuff. What are you gonna do? Well, we just gonna do that. I got to get in there first. That's another thing that I got to get in there first. Okay, I see that, but you need to tell me what you're gonna try to do once you get in there. It ain't no you get in there first and figure it out, because that's what we got right now. But like I said before, I got about one more minute. But back to that, what I was saying before, we need to know. I mean, Mayor Terry, Charles Terry, why did you appoint this guy in that position behind you, and you knew that he had a positive drug test, among others? He didn't suffer no disciplinary action whatsoever. He didn't go to rehab at all. I mean, he's supposed to take random drug tests. I mean, up to 60 months. Random for 60 months. He has did none of the above. With that being said, Mayor Charles Terry, why did you appoint this guy in that position and you didn't take any action? All right, that's basically our time. This is Marshall County Watch, and we are watching out for you. And these last 15 seconds, take care of yourself and keep watch. This is Vernon Briggs and Lynn Summerlin. Until next time. Thank you. All right.